Hi everybody, this is Lynn from Creative Concept Crafts with this week's release, and it's the Jungle Safari collection. These are all wiper cards, so the little animals pop up as the card is opened. So it's a kinetic card, great for the kids and anybody who loves the wild animals. There's 3 animals and a bird in this collection. We've got the giraffe and the elephant. Matching box and envelobox as always, and in the one we're going to create with the video, it's the monkey with a macaw. So what do we need to create the card? It's actually quite an easy card to make. The base card is white and there are 3 pieces that are on the base mat. There's the 2 pieces for the card itself, which actually are scored at the same level, but just one is folded in the opposite direction to the other to give you that shape of a card. So the back part, it's a mountain and then a valley, and on the front it's the opposite. And there's this little tiny piece with a diagonal fold line, and that's the wiper mechanism. Along with that, there's a tiny piece of acetate, which possibly won't be able to see terribly well. That's actually on the mat with all the animals and the macaw and the leaves. So the base is the white. The brown is mat 1, so there's 6 pieces to each of the mats. I've used blue, I've used blue with beige, and this one I'm using brown, so really you can do anything with it. So this is where all these little mats go. And I've done them different ways up as well. There's 2 sentiments that come along with the design, happy birthday and jungle drums. And there's some spare leaves. As I said, they're on the mat with the animals, which I just use to decorate the front. Just in case any of your animals aren't quite hidden, those leaves do the job perfectly. So this is the monkey, there's the macaw. So all the animals are all created in exactly the same way. Anything that's got small pieces I bring off from the mat onto transfer tape, which I have done here with the monkey. So this is just a simple matting and layering from the base, and you'll find from left to right it's usually dark to light or light to dark, whichever way, but it's whichever way you go. Like the monkey I've started dark to light, the elephant I started light to dark. So whichever way you go, each one changes colour. So I'm just lining this up. It's just a mat inside of the base piece, the base mat. So there we go, with there's a few pieces missing there, and these are contained on this piece. Now where there's any tiny pieces, can you see the black? That's actually drawn before it's cut. Now if you don't know how to do that, look on the website under the help section and changing or dealing with draw files on the scan and cut, and it explains the process. No software, unfortunately, no conversion software will successfully change the draw, even though they're actually put in as draw files. They never actually come out as draw files, so they need to be changed within your software for your machine, whether it's the Cricut, Silhouette, Scan and Cut. I think the same process applies to all of them. Like I said, look under the help section. If you've any doubts with the way to use any of my designs, just check out the website help and everything is explained there. So I'm just using the pokey tool now to just ease the pieces off the transfer tape. They may just need a little bit of tweaking in case they moved when you were lifting them off the mat. I'd started with a new mat here, so 1 or 2 of them have moved slightly. It's getting them off a sticky mat. but it doesn't take a second to just nudge them into position. So on this I've used brown, beige and cream for the monkey. You can use different colours for monkeys. There's all sorts of combinations you could use. And the only thing left now to deal with is his eyes. Poor little soul's blind, bless him. So there's two parts. There's white and black. So we're going to start off by gluing the white pieces into position. And they go just below the eyebrows. But because you pull them off on transfer tape, it makes sure they're the correct distance apart and you're not guessing as to where or how far apart they're supposed to be, which is why I use the transfer tape method. And you can have them straight forward, you can have them off to the left, off to the right, whatever you fancy. I've got them going off to the right. So there's the little monkey complete. Isn't he cute? So if there's any little pieces on any of those files, the giraffe has got quite a few, so you'll find you will definitely need the transfer tape for that. So now we've just got to complete matting and layering. I've already pre-done quite a lot for the benefit of the video. Just the last piece that I'm just gluing here, one of the small pieces. And I've used 220-gram linen. Well, it's like a linen, it's like a stripy texture on my cardstock, which my machine loves. So I've got a full range of all the colours that they do in it. And now it's just matting and layering the matte 1 and matte 2 pieces onto the base. And I've gone round all the edges on the scoreboard so that I've got that nice beveled edge to follow. Some of these pieces you can turn it either way. I've used one way and one the other way on that particular piece, and burnish down, make sure everything's all into position. I'm just showing you there. I don't know how well the camera will pick up, but there's a beveled edge on the white and there's a beveled edge on the edge of the brown. So now we can start to put the card together. So the long edge goes into the white gap at the bottom of the card. So that's the area that we're going to be gluing first. And just pop that into the position. Make sure it's lined up at the side and at the base. I'm just going to flip that over and burnish it well down. I'm just going to flip that over, and now we're going to deal with the wiper mechanism. So there's the little piece with the triangular line, and you're going to line that triangular line up just below the edge of the card and just inside that first fold line. So going from the long edge, it's the fold line next to the long edge, just inside of it, so that you're just clearing that area. Glue the little triangular piece. Line your piece up again, like I said, just down from the top and just inside from that fold line, and then fold that little triangular piece back, and then burnish that into position. Okay, I think, can you make that out? So it's just down from the top and just inside from that line, so that when you fold it, it's clear from the fold line and it's just hidden from the top of the card. So now we're going to add the little piece of acetate, and this is going to go again below the top of the card, but also just clear of the edge of the fold. If you have it too close to the top, when you fold it up, the acetate edge will get in the way. So just drop it away from the corner. I'll show you in a second. So can you see it's clear of that corner so that when you fold it up, the acetate doesn't bend backwards. If it goes too close, you'll find the acetate corner will bend and it will stop the mechanism from popping up cleanly. So everything's just inside and just inside. So I'm now going to fold that up the way so that I can see the acetate, and I'm just going to shape the monkey just a little bit, maybe shape the right hand side, his hands just the opposite direction, his hands and his tail, so it doesn't catch on the mat at the back. Just adding acetate just to the tip at the top, and I'm just adding the monkey just at the break of his legs, just on the body, so that you can see him, and you can see where the edge of the acetate is there. So that's him completed. Now we just need to add the last piece of the card, so just fold back the other end that's not attached and glue the area. Like I said, it's not a difficult card to do, isn't this one? It's just getting the placement of that wiper mechanism in the right place, or otherwise it'll catch as you're folding it up and down. Again, I'm flipping over to burnish that area well down, and because there's a cutout mat, make sure it's well down. So just pull and up he comes, pop up. You can see there his arm isn't quite hidden, so that's why I've added the extra leaves. There's a few different sizes on your mat, and it's just personal choice as to which you add where. So I'm just putting these, it hides in, but it also adds a little bit more dimension to make it a little bit more of a jungly look. So it's a matter of deciding which leaves you want where, and I'm just adding them across that front panel. I usually add 4 or 5 leaves, well for me usually an odd number. So I'm actually going to be adding 5 leaves. And I've used 2 or 3 different tones of greens here, so they're not all the same colour either, from lights to darks. It's great for using up little pieces of card as well for doing those. So there we have our card. Like you can see now, monkey's completely hidden. There he is. So to finish off, we need to add our sentiments and the macaw. It's just a matter of deciding. It depends where your animal pops up as to where you add, if you want to add the sentiment. I'm going to add it on a bit of a jaunty angle to the left hand side of the monkey, so it's out of the way of the mechanism. That's Jungle Drums, and this one is Happy Birthday, which I'm going to place down on the base. Again, it's up to you where you place it, whether it's straight, whether it's on an angle, and I'm going to put the macaw on the outside, just in the middle there. Just added foam tape to all of these pieces, just to give them the dimension. And that's our card completed. Just move out of the way of the debris, and there is our monkey wiper. Also in this collection, there's the elephant, and I've added a second one to the front of that one. And there's our giraffe, along with matching envelobox and box. Hope you enjoy them, they're fun. Until the next time, bye for now.